Hey, everybody. We are back on this new episode of the Corner of Queens. This is Battle of the Sexes, part two. So, we're going to be discussing some pretty juicy topics, but I definitely wanted to get both the men and women's point of view on them. Okay.
Sounds good.
Why don't you guys introduce yourself?
Ladies first. I'm the only guy here. I can't take that away.
I knew you was gonna do that. How did I know you was gonna do that? I am the evil god of coffee. Hello, how you do, team?
What's goody? Y'all, people, what's good? It's your boy Brian B. What up? Y'all should know me by now, man. I've been every damn where. Hopefully. Hope you're making an impact, right? And then you find out, oh man, I'm talking to the same 24 people every day. I'm Brian B from the Beeline Web Show, Beeline Entertainment LLC, where you come on and show off. That's right. And I'm glad to be first timer on the show here today. Thank you, Miss Tina.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate you doing my show as well.
For sure.
So, let's get started. Give me 1 second. I don't know why this is what I want to do. So my first question would be, and I might have to read it for y'all because it kind of moves a little fast. So, cheating and revenge cheating.
Big boys.
So nowadays we have the if my partner cheated, that to them is like the best revenge, is cheating back. What's your point of view?
Who going first on
Go
this
ahead,
one right here?
Brian.
I always got a lot to say, so I'd be nervous and shit. I feel like we were having a discussion about stuff like this recently on another show that I was on about why people cheat in general. And I feel like, like you just kind of stated, like, the two wrongs make a right shit or whatever. And I definitely don't agree with that in any way. I feel like understanding why people are cheating is definitely an important part if you want to continue something afterwards. So I definitely don't feel like, cheating for me is immediate. I'm done. Like if you're ever looking outside of that inner circle that we created, I'm done. I don't want to deal with it. But that is tactics of me and my natural kind of traits that I have as a person in general. Like I don't, if my car's got a problem, I'm ready to throw the whole car away. If something happens, I'm done with that shit immediately. But I do understand the importance of trying to make things work for different people and things of that nature. So I'm gonna say if somebody does mess up, the reaction to mess up as well is like a horrible decision in my opinion. You should be able to either be with it or without it. And then, if you got a reason enough to make it work, then try to make it work. But revenge cheating ain't gonna do shit but just be like, ha ha. And after you got done with that, you're like, oh shit, well, what do we do now? Now I just fuck somebody and my pussy stink, and then I don't know what to do now. So see
Right,
what happens.
right.
Oh yeah, yo, I'm real. I hope that's okay.
No, my
I'm
show is
wild as a
not
motherfucker.
politically correct.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
My
Yeah.
personal opinion about that is, well, first of all, if you are sitting up there and you are cheating, I feel like, first of all, you need to go ahead and establish, hey, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, these are my red flags, and this is what I will accept and will not accept. If that particular person can't sit up there and accept neither one of those terms and conditions, y'all don't need to be together, first of all. If you
True.
feel yourself that you are looking at that fine young stallion, you know what I'm saying, over there on the side, then there's something that's wrong with your partner that you're with. Either that or you're just a fucking narcissist and you just think that you deserve whatever coochie that comes across your path or dick that comes across your path. Um, but if you have to cheat, then that means you need to be with somebody else. Something going on in that relationship that you just won't stand for. Could be that he got short dick. Could be that her puss stank. You don't know. It could be either one. I'm just saying. But if you are not willing to accept it and make it work, just move on. It's pointless. You wasting your time and you wasting that person's time. Now about the car situation, if it's minor things like the thermostat, come on now, don't throw the whole car away. Just
See, that's me. That's
no,
that's the whole shit. I'll throw the whole
no,
car in the trash. Key, I lost the keys. Fuck it. Fuck the car. Take everything.
bruh, the whole. Okay.
Wow.
You
I've
can get
learned. I've learned though. Yeah, but you're absolutely right, man. That's how it like, that's why this topic right here is very important because, you know, I used to be the one, I still am, I'm not going to say I'm not, but I used to be the one who didn't understand people who would take other people back after they've been cheated on or something like that or whatever. But then you grow up and you start dealing with real life experiences. You start understanding like, the differences between, hey, we're just dating and going on dates and having fun with each other to, hey, we got a whole family and a relationship and a marriage and a dog. And, it's a lot more just to cut off, from somebody's bad decision. Sometimes it is just a bad decision. It is very likely, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gets caught up, people have different emotions, shit changes, shit heat of the moment, whatever. And I don't excuse that. But I'm saying if you can come to me and say, hey, I made a mistake and I really fucked up. I wanted to admit it to you because I really want to make sure and see if we can work on this. That's at least grounds to start continuation of the process. You know what I mean? Like, but if you just on some, yep, I just saw that motherfucker and he looked good, I'm gonna suck his dick and then and I'll go home to my man and suck his dick later. Like, then, yeah, you might have some fucking problem. Or the same way, like, the man, I'm fucking everybody. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a fucking problem. At that point, you might want to consider if you need a relationship, period, in my opinion.
Exactly.
So, you just need to be on your whole shit. Huh? You just need to be on your whole shit, then. You just need to get the label of being a slut or a gigolo and own up to that shit. Like, look, I'm not wanting a relationship. I just want to fuck.
Yeah, just be real with yourself, yo.
I hate it when people agree to monogamous relationships but don't really want that, and that's the problem with the world, especially nowadays. But cheating on my partner because he cheated on me personally, that's not revenge. I would feel like trash when I'm done, especially if I don't really care for this person. I don't know this person. Like, that's not, to me, that's not revenge. That just means you don't respect yourself enough to just say, okay, he did this to me. What do we do now? But that's just me. I don't know how to fuck somebody else and say, oh, well, okay, maybe that'll hurt his feelings, or the other way around.
Yeah, I agree.
Fuck that.
Alrighty. So next.
That's actually you ready to? I got a little bit more on that topic, man. I mean, do you guys think, just to ask, if this battle of the sexes, like, one thing that I like to talk about with these questions here, men get looked at, and I've experienced this from a lot of different shows that I've been on and talked to a lot of different people about this topic. Like, a lot of people look at men like, hey, they're supposed to cheat. Like, even men. Oh, we're that's what we do. Like, we've had full conversations about this shit, and I'm usually the one sitting on the side like, yo, listen, I don't agree with that. I'm a fucking full-fledged dominant alpha motherfucker too. I'm not one of those sideline dudes. Like, I perfectly feel like, a person who is committed into a relationship and understanding and agreement with somebody else, you're supposed to be, committed to that. That's it. Like, you 1-in-1, that's what it's supposed to be. If you don't want 1-in-1 anymore, then you got to have some conversations, and that's what changes. Not some sneaky shit and then say, yeah, well, what do you expect? That's my nature. Nah, that's excuses like a motherfucker. But do you guys, just to ask you guys, do you guys feel like, most people are just kind of like looking to cheat, or you think it's just something that does happen most of the time? Or you feel like most of the time it's just people just fucking just doing it?
Me personally, I don't know how it is with the opposite sex, which is why I do so many interviews. But I did a recent interview with men of all different cultures. And just to get their point of view, most men of other cultures say, hey, if this is my woman, this is my wife, my job is to be committed to her. I don't have a desire for any other woman. But society make it seem like it's okay to cheat if you're a man. And it's almost like some guys feel like, okay, I mean, I'm a man. So in some ways I can kind of understand it, because whether y'all realize it or not, women get a completely different sex talk than men. It's almost like, if you out here fucking, you just better wear a condom. Don't bring a baby in my house. Us women, we get a whole nother conversation. It's not, oh, don't get pregnant. It's almost like, which I understand. As women, we're supposed to be poised. We're supposed to be graceful. My mother traumatized me with the conversation of sex. Just it hurt. They don't know what they're doing. It might look good on TV. It hurt. I was just like, okay, well, we know not to do this. So she made sure that we did not have the desire for sex at all. Just it hurt. They don't know what they're doing in the bedroom. It looked good on TV. It's really not. But the way the world is, I think I'm gonna give my daughter that same talk. I'm sorry, that sounds mean, but it's almost like society does make it seem like it's okay for men to cheat, but a crime if a woman do it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, you feel the same?
I do. I absolutely do. I feel like I didn't get that same talk. I wasn't traumatized with the whole sex talk. Mine was more of, hey, if you have sex, you're gonna get this syphilis, chlamydia, and gonorrhea and all this shit. And I got showed the pictures, but they didn't go into details, further than that. So when I got curious, it was more of, what do this button do? Type shit. And I'm like, fuck what they said. I'm gonna go about what I think and what I know. And which it is true. Society do have it to where men has this stipulation of they're gonna cheat. It's in their nature. I feel like, again, like I said, if you have to cheat, there's something going on. You've been traumatized somewhere down the line. You done been through hard breakups or whatever the case may be. And it's not just men. Because I can say personally myself, I've been through trauma. I've been through trials and tribulations and all that shit. I've had my moments when I was a slut. I own my shit. I have been to that moment where I've been a slut and I'm like, fuck it. I don't want a relationship. I just want to fuck. When I call you, pick up that motherfucking phone. Drop what you're doing. Bring that ass here. Bring me my dick. Okay? That's just all there is to it. And then there's times when I'm like, you know what? I actually do want to get in a relationship. But it takes me a minute to convert from, okay, I'm going to be a slut. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. Now I have to take in consideration of this other person's feelings.
Yeah.
How they feel about the situation. To them, how I would want them to do, treat me and stuff like that. So it's a battle. It's in the battle.
Yeah, I fully agree.
What are you saying no to? I'm sorry.
Yes, no, please. I love interjections and shit. I want to
know what he meant by no. I just honestly can say it seems like guys feel like that's what you're supposed to do as a woman. You should expect a man to cheat, but me personally, I'm old fashioned. I'm old school, and I feel like if you got to go through my phone, cheating can be sexual, it can be mental. It can be emotional. Like if you're my man and I'm texting another dude on my phone talking about our problems, that's still a form of cheating.
Yep, I completely agree. I completely agree.
In so many ways, and I think either way it hurt.
Yeah, I mean, and I see Miss, how you say your name? Evil Side of Coffee. Listen, I saw you over there saying, is it? But the thing is like how you guys are saying, like, that's why I like this battle of the sexes thing, because it sucks I'm only man and shit, like I gotta defend the fucking whole world. But I like the fact that, like, to hear like women say that stuff is like, it is true that people look at men like we're the fucking spreaders of, population or whatever, and you guys are the carriers. Now, first of all, I definitely feel like that's a huge reason why the stipulation is, women are supposed to carry themselves in a certain way. No matter what, at the end of the day, you guys have way more to bear, being frivolous or whatever than we do. At the end of the day, it's no matter if one slip up, one crack, one break, one hole, y'all carrying the whole fucking new life form to join the fucking planet. Like, plain and simple, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's not your fault. It's not your fault, but it's definitely reality. You feel me? Like, so if I want to be wild, I'm spreading my seed, and if I want to be a dick or an asshole, I can just, well, fuck this town. I'm going to spread my seed over here. I could do that with no repercussions. But you guys, no matter what, just one little fucking point, y'all hit, y'all stuck, and y'all got options to a degree, but y'all stuck. And that's why I think the caliber of how a woman holds themselves and how a man holds themselves has so, like, it has to be looked at uneven, because it is uneven no matter how you look at it, just factually, you feel me? But I definitely don't agree with men have the opportunity to just be cheaters because we don't have to hold that responsibility. Well, I don't have a baby, so I just fuck her. I definitely feel like it is about, you know, people wanting to have their cake and eating it too a lot of the times. Not even just trauma, and not even, I think sometimes people just don't know how to say, I'm going to turn it off and I don't want to have, oh man, yeah, he got good dick, but he don't cook me food right. Or damn, she cute as shit, but she don't know how to wash my clothes and stuff for me. So I want to have this one washing my clothes, this one cooking me food, this one doing my home. Fucking girl. There you go, right? I think it's a lot of reasons for that shit, yo.
Right.
I don't know, bro. Cheating is interesting.
It is.
Yeah. I have my conscience is too high. Honestly, if I felt like I did cheat, I would feel so guilty. And that's that Jehovah's Witness training that I've had. It's almost like really hard to hide things because your consciousness is almost trained to where it'll eat at you like a cancer really easily versus somebody that really don't understand the lifestyle is extremely strict. So it's like a lot of scriptural training mentally. So even if I did cheat, I would feel so guilty. And I'd probably end up telling on myself.
I know I would. I would definitely tell on myself.
Yeah. Have you guys ever done revenge cheating?
Revenge?
No.
Revenge cheating?
No.
I don't think I've never done that either.
Your revenge is different. My revenge is not actually just cheating. My revenge is I'm going to hit you where it hurts. I'm going to fuck with you mentally. I'm going to do something that I normally wouldn't do with you, but I did with that one. And I'm going to let it known, let it publicly known. So you can feel as if, you should have kept me while you had me type shit. Like all that shit. It's a lot of work. I will admit it's a lot of work. But that's just me being petty. But I don't do that often.
Be honest about it.
Right.
Yes, it's really when you piss me
I
off.
love her honesty. I love it.
Yeah. Gotta be real, man.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm throw the fuck off. I'm so sorry in advance. Forgive my tongue. Forgive me, Lord.
That's kind of like why people do things like, you know, I've definitely done this in the past. Like, you know, you break up with somebody or somebody breaks up with you or, you know, whatever reason, then you go, I'm going to gym and I'm going to fucking work out and I'm going to look at me. You do that because in your head you're saying, all right, bitch, you want to leave me? Like, well, let me show you what you about to leaving. Yeah, you had this, whatever. I've definitely done that before. I'm trying to tell you.
For your ass.
Yep, that's part of it right there. You want to see what they miss, and then all of a sudden you do it for like, you know, maybe a month, and then you look around, you're like, all right, I guess I'm good. I'm gonna do this shit for a year. You ain't that important, motherfucker.
Okay, so my question to y'all: have y'all ever been in a situation where you get the feeling your partner is cheating, but you do not have proof they were cheating?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Been there.
I've been in a situation. Like 10 years.
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, I was just saying.
I've been in that situation where I was with my partner for 10 years. I didn't have proof, and I felt like if we were together, I don't need to go through your phone. Yeah. And I think the hardest thing I learned with that situation was my mom told us the signs of cheating and the ideology of what love is. Like, we're taught that love is happiness, it's unicorns and rainbows, the white picket fence. But
who told you that shit? They lied to you.
I mean, my parents, like TV, like we all think that love is about happiness, and life teaches us that love is not about that. And it's like I had to learn. I was in love with him, so I saw the signs. I chose to ignore it, and sometimes I learned love can definitely make you blind. But he would go through my phone. He wouldn't find shit, but
such a horrible idea, man.
Yes,
I agree with that. I feel like I've told numerous guys that I've ever been with, if you feel for whatever reason you need to cheat, you need to leave me alone. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. Just go about your business. But I've also told them, it's like, look, if you are sending me good morning text messages, good night text messages, I love you, shoulda, coulda, woulda, you give me all the love and affection, then all of a sudden you stop, I know for a simple fact that you're cheating. whether it's
Yeah.
Really?
physically, whether it's talking, whether it's, mentally, you're cheating in some type of shape, form, or fashion. We're going to
Right.
talk about this. I'm going to find out where your mind space is at. And for whatever reason, we need to agree to disagree that we're just going to move on because apparently there's something that I'm not doing that you don't like, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. No, ma'am, no ham, no turkey, no salami. Mm-mm.
Whoa. I never heard of that one before. That was good. But steal that shit.
Right.
It's interesting. That's a really interesting concept. I mean, I definitely have been in a situation where I felt like, something was happening. I'm very like intuitive. I try to pride myself on it, but sometimes it does get me in trouble because nobody knows everything. But I do try to really pay attention to everything. Like I really, really do it. I do it big in my house, and I definitely get in trouble. Like I got in trouble today. I don't say nothing, but I got in trouble today for sure. But I do feel like, in the time that I was suspecting it, I was definitely right. But I never have been the type to, I'm checking phones and following you in the car and shit like, nah, I don't got no fucking time for that. Same. I don't got time to cheat and hide it and lie and make a story and, tear my shirt and say I got robbed. I don't got no fucking time for that. I'm too honest. Like, I'm literally like, I'm walking the house like, I don't got, was you cheating? I'll just flat out tell you, like, no, I just didn't want to talk to your ass. That's all. And that's why it was interesting. It was at a coffee. I was when you said, if you stop, sending like, the messages and stuff like that, you automatically kind of think that, somebody may be doing, at least something may be going on. Yo,
Right.
Sometimes I feel personally like a man, like sometimes we just get lazy, yo. Sometimes we just get lazy. Sometimes we do kind of I don't want to say take advantage because I feel like taking advantage is too deep, but I feel like we don't really appreciate, as good as we did. Like kind of when you get a new car and you're like, oh, I'm gonna clean this car every damn day, and then 6 months pass and you clean it every week, and then a year passes and you clean it out, every now and then it's got shit all over it. You still love your car, but you just ain't doing it like you used to, and that's always a problem,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely still feel like, with like you guys were saying before, with love and happiness. I mean, I definitely feel like if you're in love with somebody, you should be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, it's not just fucking sunshine and rainbows. There's no doubt about that. But you should at least, I would say happiness should definitely be like main priority. You know what I'm saying? If you can't say to yourself, this motherfucker, man, he's buying footballs and football tickets and doing all this stuff. He forgot to pay the fucking light bill and we're in the dark right now. And you hate that motherfucker for that shit. That's some big shit. That's some big important shit. Oh, he got fired from his job. He ain't looked for one in 3 weeks. But he's miserable and depressed and you ain't trying to be reasonable, understand, or whatever. But you just focus on the shit that's not getting done. You don't want to, I'm unhappy because of this shit. Anything like that, you can take and make it as an excuse and say, "Oh, well, now I'm gonna go look. I bet you this motherfucker on Facebook, he got a fucking Benz and all this." So now you got an excuse to be like, "Oh, am I unhappy? Am I not unhappy?" It's a lot, man. Relationships are a fucking lot. That's why I personally feel like you have to make the fucking decision to commit. If your shit is bad, if your shit is good, ain't nothing always good. Ain't nothing always bad. You got to make that decision. Flip that fucking switch and say, this my man. I'm your bitch. We together. Let's make this shit work until you have definitive reason to not have that shit happen. That's how I feel, man. That's how I fucking feel, yo. Fuck the cheating and all the bullshit, yo. People change. Shit happens day to day. Got a flat tire. Somebody spitting my coffee at the fucking donut shop. I'm gonna murder this motherfucker. My wife like, don't do that, baby. We gotta get the kids later. Oh, fuck. Shit is crazy, yo. I got 3 fucking kids, a dog, a fucking fiance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get the rush. Thank you, yo. I love it too. But I get the fucking hustle. I get the struggle. And no matter what, I still stay true to myself and say, no, I never fucking open my face. I like titties all day on TikTok. But I never fucking message anybody like, let me try to get and see what you're... Nah. It's going to be the same thing with you. It's going to get past the new stage. You're going to be fighting and arguing about fucking dinner and carrots and all that shit. So, it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
But when I say love and happiness, meaning like we were taught that basically marriage is just love. Looking for that person to make you happy. That's what it should be. Me personally, I'm too realistic to where people take it as you being negative. every person I know of when they got a divorce, they were like, "Are you getting married again?" Hell no. That means they don't make it. And people that I know are married, it's almost like they in somebody else's DMs. Most dating sites are full of married people. Like that doesn't make me
Interesting.
eager to get married, and I promise you. But like I said, people don't. Life has to teach you that marriage is almost a business. You can't look for that person to make you happy if you're not happy with you or your situation. I think people
Yeah.
need to live life a little bit. Learn to love themselves. You can't look for somebody to
Mhm.
make you happy if you have not discovered what makes you happy.
Yeah.
That
I
person
Agree.
definitely
could
agree with
be
that.
you right, but then you don't know it because you're not even happy with what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fully
So
agree with that.
that's what I mean.
Loving
Fully.
relationships in general, whether you're engaged, whether you're married, or whatever the case may be, it's hard. It's all hard work. No matter how you look at it, it's all hard work. If you, I've learned not too long ago that I have my own mental problems that's going on, depression, anxiety, blah, blah, blah. I have discovered that if you can't be sympathetic and empathetic with your partner when they're going through things, if you cannot be that strong core for them, the relationship is not going to last. There's
Right.
going to be some problems. People are going to resent each other and so on and so forth. If my boyfriend right now lost his job, I'm like, look, okay, I at least want you to look once a week. That's the only thing I ask. I'm
Yeah.
going to pick up the slack and then we're going to go from there. We're going to go resurface this another day, another time, and we're going to keep going there. In the meantime, let's find something that makes you happy. Let me do weird, stupid faces like this to make you smile. And
Yeah.
we're going to do something to make you smile and uplift your spirits. We're going to go to church. We're going to listen to some music, whatever music that you listen to. We're going to vent and get it all out because relationships is hard. I feel like
Mhm.
marriage is even harder because
Oh yeah.
you not only said that I am committed to this one person, it's like a godly commitment. It's like I'm going to stick with you for better for worse to the ends of time. And no matter what you go through, whether you gain weight, whether you lose weight, whether you have this particular job and you don't have this job, I'm going to be your backbone for you. So, man, when I tell
Yeah.
you that's some wood, that's a lot of wood.
It is a
I don't
lot of
care
work,
what you
man.
say.
Latrina
Yeah.
House says self love is key, and it is. You have to learn self love
Yeah.
first, and a
Yeah.
lot of people do not learn that, and I guess that's why the dating world is so shitty. But
Man,
next,
listen.
everybody, we are going on to our next question, and it is: who is better at the silent treatment?
Y'all ass. For sure.
Huh?
For sure, man. I guess it kind of depends, but it might be. I think I would say personally, y'all are the winners. Whenever I have like issues, I'm trying to always put my pride to the side and shit like that. I'm one of them motherfuckers who's like, if I'm pissed, I'm gonna explode and go crazy and flip out and say this shit and do that and do that. But then I'm gonna go sit back, drink a beer, and like, oh fuck, whatever. And then I'll go and find you like, all right, what's up? You mad? Are you mad? Are you still mad? All right, can we cool? And you mad as fuck, and I gotta put my head between my okay, and fucking wait the 3 days, and then we come back together. But that's my experience. So I don't know if that's everybody. I think that also would matter about how strong the feelings are,
And
because
who
some
pissed
people
who
can.
off?
Yeah, some people just not give a fuck and just be like, okay, bitch, you want to talk to me? I ain't fucking talking to you. Just made my life easier.
I was always taught when you're mad at somebody, never ever go to bed mad at that particular person. I don't know
Yeah.
the rest of it, but hey, I use that to my advantage. I've always told whomever, friends, whoever I'm in a relationship with, if I am pissed off at you, the
Mhm.
one thing that'll piss me off more is if you keep nagging me. No, give me
Mhm.
time, give me my space. Let
Yeah.
me go over here and mad kick something, throw something, punch a punching bag or something, chop some wood or something, And then let me come back and be like, look, okay, I done calmed down and I had my cigarettes. And then we can talk about this. You still mad? Okay, I'll give you your space. And sometimes I'll admit I'll be annoying as fuck. You mad? You mad at me?
That's me.
What about
That's
now?
me.
You mad at
Pick
me
your
now?
nose, all that
Come
shit.
here.
Yep.
Yes.
That's
Let
me
me
all
pick your
fucking
nose.
day.
Look, give me your
Mhm.
jaws. You mad? You still mad? Mm. Especially if I know those one particular things that I can do to be like, you know what? I am still mad. Okay, I guess I'm not mad no more. Type thing. If I can do that for you, that'll make the relationship so much better. If I
Yeah.
can sit up here and make you smile and distract your mind from whatever that pissed you the fuck off, that is the best thing ever. That's just me though,
Yeah, I feel
because I'm
you.
weird like that.
Yeah.
If I know I'm right, fuck no, I'm not saying shit. If I know I'm right, you gonna have to apologize. I'm a Taurus, so if I know I'm right, I ain't saying shit. You
That's
gonna
why I
have
just be
to
giving the
humble
fuck
yourself
up.
to say sorry or something.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I just give up, yo.
Huh?
I already know even if I know I'm right, know if I'm right, we both right in our own ways, all that shit. I just know at the end of the day, I'm gonna be the motherfucker that's going back to the room. Even like I said, just today I had to go back to the room. She was mad. She said, "Don't talk to me. I ain't ready to talk to you. It ain't gonna be good right now." All right, fuck it. Go back in my office, do my shit, whatever. Let some time pass. Oh shit, it's 3 o'clock. Well, let me go see what's going on. Walk upstairs. Hey, you good? You straight? That's the first thing I say. No matter what, you good? Hey, you good? You want some to eat? Or I go get her ice cream. That's her big shit. I go right around the corner and get some ice cream. You good? I got some bruises. Yo, you good? And I'll know from there. Just test the waters and shit. But
Yup.
I'm the
Yup.
one who is going, and I'm not saying she don't, but I'm definitely the one who's going. 9 times out of 10, just gotta know your part. That's another important part about the relationship shit. You
Yes.
gotta know your part,
Know
yo.
your
Partner.
partner.
Know your part. Yeah.
Yes.
Exodore says, yeah, we know. And Latrina said those things should be communicated earlier on. Basically, if it's a problem, it should be communicated. But I don't know. Like I said, if I'm right, I ain't apologizing. If I'm wrong and I love you, like genuinely in love with you, I can't stay mad. I would just be like, I guess I've never understood the whole sex after a fight thing because I've never done it.
At
I
the
think if I
beginning. At the
I've
beginning.
never done it, I've never understood the concept. But I'd be like, if I just got through cursing your ass out, I don't want to touch you. But I had at that moment, I have had that feeling where I hurt him. I just want to comfort him, but I didn't know how to because I'm like, I just cursed him out. I just hurt his feelings. All I can do is say I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And I genuinely
Yeah.
mean it.
Yeah, I feel like time definitely is the biggest thing in those situations. We had that shit a lot in our beginning of the relationship. We've been here for 6 years now. We got, like I said, we got 3 kids. We got a lot of life going on. I got this business. I got all this shit. She got her business. So it's like
That's what's up.
we make time to do shit and everything like that or whatever. But it's like at the beginning, that's what we got my daughter now because we had a fight and we had some crazy shit after that. But it was for real, yo, for real. But it really was interesting that we were able to like, you know, kind of just understand each other at an early age. Like I think for me and her, I'm talking a lot about my own personal shit. I guess I got so much to go off of. But for me and her, when we started dating, like it was literally like, I don't give a fuck. You care? Oh yeah, we just meeting each other. Everything's cool. We didn't go into it with high expectations. We went into it like I was single for almost 8 years before I was with her. I stayed single intentionally because I had a crazy situation moving to Georgia. But after that, I was just like, you know, hey, I'm with somebody. I met a couple people online, but it really didn't work out. I wasn't interested in dropping that shit like the car. And then it just worked with her. And we just kept working. And it was just organic. It was natural. It wasn't fought for. So it was really, really, really tight, man. So our connection built. But immediately we knew it wasn't some, you know, fantasy land shit. We got a lot of differences. But the shit that we do work together with, it works well. So that's it, man.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It really is.
You're not forcing it. That's all that really matters.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really important.
I love that. If you can be in a relationship and that other person allows you to be the nerd that you are, truly, the goofball that you are, or somebody that just do
Mhm.
randomly stupid shit like myself. If they can allow you to do that shit, that is the most honest, true, natural type of relationship you can ever have. If you are a
Mhm.
Yeah.
narcissist, be a narcissist. You need to be with another narcissist, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna need you to
Mm.
get
Yeah.
that together. But at the same token, if that's your personality, then keep with your personality. Find
Mhm.
somebody
Yeah,
that
for real.
clicks with you, not that
Mhm.
bounces off of you like a fucking magnet. That's just my
Yeah,
personal opinion.
it's true. Very true.
All
Lord
right.
have mercy.
So we go to our next question.
Woo.
Who's better at the jealousy game?
Mm.
Men, hands down,
I think
men.
women are. Well,
I'm
no,
sorry.
me personally, I think men are. We're more emotional, and if I saw somebody I really care about or I love, and we going through a hard time, and if I see him with another woman, that's gonna hurt my feelings to the point to where I'm blocking you off of everything. Don't text me from somebody else's phone. Like that would crush me if that's somebody I love, and you just
Mm.
talking to them to hurt my feelings. Yes, that would hurt me. I don't think it'll hurt that way with men, but that's just my opinion. Go ahead.
Some men, I think some men. I personally, I've never really been the jealous type. I don't think so. It's hard for me to ask that question, but I would definitely say that there definitely are a lot of men. No, nobody likes to think of their men with of their woman with their woman with another man. Like in my opinion, from any man that, especially like a real man who's like, this is my woman, this is my. Even if it's somebody I've known, different shit. I've definitely known different guys who where it would be they side chick and they'd be really jealous. Like, yo, listen, I don't. Why are you messing with talking to him or whatever? Like, I've definitely experienced that shit. I don't
Really?
understand it, but yeah, I've definitely experienced that. I would say women are better at acting on it, maybe. Men will see it and not really say shit about it, in my opinion.
Mhm.
They might do
Mm.
some different shit. They may try to hide it. They may try to do more of that revenge shit, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm saying it out loud, and I don't know, maybe, but men, I feel like women definitely are better at the revenge game. I feel like women can go and just kind of be, and also because of how you guys are, there's different things y'all can do to make us jealous that wouldn't even be considered publicly. Like, you could run up to a guy and say, "Hey, how you doing? On that nice shoulders, guy." Guy can't do that shit to a woman. Like, well, hey, nice titties, and we'd be fucking arrested. Like, So I feel like you guys have more leniency when it comes to being, making your man feel some type of way. Oh, I just wanted to talk to you. That shirt is really nice. And your dude's sitting there like, this fucking girl over here, all over this dude over there. And the guy's just like, oh yeah, I am. And he don't even know he being played and shit. So I definitely think women got that shit in the bag.
You know
Okay.
what? When you say it like that, you have a very valid point.
Mm.
Very valid. But I don't know. I've gotten to a point now where if you're trying to make me jealous, okay, you pay this shit no attention. Because, ooh, story time real quick. Real quick. So I had this one cat. And he said, not gonna say no names, but he was like, okay, I want you to come up here. Everything's gonna be cool, copacetic. I was like, okay. He asked me, how much is gonna take a bus ticket to get where you need to go, and I told him whatever the case may be. Ghost me for like a whole week. I was like, okay, cool. So that means I need to move the fuck on. All right. Then later on, it's like, okay, well, I'm not interested in you anymore. You ghost me for a whole week. What do you? Fuck. What do you do? What do you want me to do? You expect me to sit up here and wait on you for whatever amount of time? No, that's not what we're doing. Anyway, so he hits me up and he's like, oh, you call me all kinds of names, every name you can think of under the sun except the child of God and my government name. And I'm like, you big mad. You mad. Okay. Call me everything under the sun. You fat bitch, you this, you that, you da 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 da. You do realize that shit don't phase me, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and get it off your chest. Feel better. This shit
Mhm.
don't phase me. And I got to a point where I've been so much of verbally abused. The shit don't phase me. Like my body is coated in oil, and all they bullshit that they hit at me is like water. Like that shit don't phase me.
Mhm.
That should show it out. Okay, you
Yeah,
mad?
I think that comes with growing up too, man. I think that after a while, like you just kind of
Definitely.
stop caring about some shit, yo. That's how
That has a lot of.
I feel the same. I feel the same. I made a joke on my last show. I was talking about. Did y'all ever? I don't know if y'all watched this. The show called Louis, and Louis C.K. is a comedian. He used to he got in trouble. He was like jerking off in front of some chicks or whatever. I love Louis though. That's my boy. Like he's fucking funny as hell. Older
Wait a
white
minute.
guy.
Hold up. Say that one more again. He did what?
Yeah, Louis C.K. He's a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian. He's been in the industry for a long time. He's an old white guy, freckled, bald head white guy, and he had got recently, a couple years back now. It's not recent really anymore, but that whole Me Too movement was hitting. He had got in trouble because he's like a comedian. He had a TV show and he was like jerking off. He would ask women if he can jerk off in front of them. In my opinion, listen, hey, on the record, listen, y'all. I don't think that's a big fucking deal.
That is a very big deal.
Yo, listen. He asked them. They said yeah, and he jerked off in front of them. I'm saying, like, what the fuck is wrong with that? Like, they were all grown. They weren't fucking 4-year-olds. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, they were all grown. It wasn't little girls or no weird. See how you thought the worst of the worst, right? You hear that shit, you're like, what the worst shit? He said, hey, listen, I got this thing, and I like jerking off. You want to come watch me? And they said, well, okay. The reason why they didn't like it from him, this is a whole different story I'm fucking telling, but is because, I'm defending you, Louis. You better fucking, if you see this ever, he's in a position of power, and, he was talking to the girls, so it was kind of like he was abusing his power, which you can understand, you know what I mean? But he was a comedian and he had a show and it was called Louis, and it's one episode of the show and it's like he's just having like a really bad day and he's in a thing, he's dating this girl, and the girl comes in, he's in a diner, he's about to eat fucking ice cream and pie. It's like middle of the day, so his girlfriend comes in, she's like, hey, yeah, blah blah blah, I got all this going on at work and blah blah, and he kind of just told her, he was like, yeah, you should do this, and she was like, she started getting an attitude with him. And she basically just kind of like broke up with him. She was like, oh, you're eating ice cream and pie in the middle of the day, blah, blah, blah. And he's sitting there listening to her complain. And then she just gets up and walks away. And instead of just like, what the fuck in my life? Like 20 years old, you'd be like, oh, my girl. 25, oh, man, blah, blah. But what did he do? Okay, fuck it. I'm just eating my pie and ice cream. The worst shit, gonna make me fat. Not gonna, That message right there from that scene spoke to me because literally, that's how it feels now, man. Yeah, the fighting shit. Years ago, me and my girl have a fight. I'd be like, oh, fuck, I don't got no appetite. What am I going to do? I got to think about this. Go talk to my boys. Now? I started watching a movie downstairs for a while. Like, you change as you get older, yo. You change as you get older, bro.
Mm-hmm. You stop caring the way you used to.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah, you love them.
Yeah, you love them, but it's like you don't get pressed about it.
Yes, my son is 14, and he was telling me about this little girl, and this little girl did him so dirty. He's describing it and telling me this shit, and I'm like, hello, do you not hear yourself what you're saying? Do you know how that shit sounds, son? The girl sat up there, hit on him. She hit on him first. She climbed on top of him and kissed him, all this shit. But she goes and tell her mother that he hit on her first. And I'm like, wait, what? She's like, I don't want to talk to you no more. You're not my friend anymore, blah, blah, blah. My son's depressed for like 3 days. I mean, wouldn't eat, none of that shit. And I'm like, son, that means you need to stop talking to her. Mm-hmm. Not even 24 hours later, he's back talking to her. He's like, Mama, I'm going to call you back. I'm talking to so-and-so. I'm like, who? For real? Mm-hmm. You talking to that hussy? He's like, but Mama, all right. When your feelings get hurt, I don't want to hear shit. No. And now when I sit back and listen to it, what I said and how I said it and compared it to what I've already experienced, I'm like, damn, that's what it feels to be 14 again.
It's crazy, man.
It's like a big ass gap. Yeah. It really is. I got to a point where somebody says something bad about me, like, I'm like, I'm so mad that you, I'm on my
You don't care.
Yeah.
And it doesn't faze me anymore. But back then, I had to think about it. Like, I was really into this cat. he's really into this chick. Like, wait, what? And that's like kids today in school, they're so stressed out. Like the world is going to end. I gotta go to this prom. I gotta have this particular dress. I gotta have this. I gotta that. It's all about image. And then you get older and past all that shit, and you have to be an adult, and you're adulting. It's like, fuck that damn job.
Yeah, it does. Yo, that especially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You care. It's not that you don't care, but it's just like literally, like, you know,
you don't care like you used to.
You can't, and you start learning also, you can't stress that shit anymore. Like, what are you gonna stress that shit forever? And it does come, I think, different with people's emotions and stuff. But if you're lucky, man, you start to understand, like, yo, people change, life changes. That's life. This kid told me back in high school, he just got fucking married like a week ago. Yeah, shit happened. We used to have a saying, that's life. That's what happens. And, you know, younger us, we didn't know how important that shit was going to be when real shit started happening. Oh, fucking well, man, whatever. That's what kept my ass out the psychology chair and all that shit, you know. Just because of that little phrase, man, just like repeating, shit happens, man. Shit happens every fucking day, yo. You going to go through shit, you going to deal with it, you going to see it, you going to watch it, you going to hear about it. But I just understand, you know, hey, fuck it, I guess it's my time. Like, just understand it, yo.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's interesting.
Now, let's see how y'all feel about this one. So, does body count really matter, and why does it matter more to guys?
Interesting. Well, I could tell you off the top of the rip, if a guy have more body count than me, best to believe I am not trying to catch up with you. I promise you. STD is a real motherfucking thing, and y'all guys don't have to worry about, especially shit that you can actually get rid of, like chlamydia. And yes, I'm saying it because of personal experience. I don't give a fuck. Everybody done had it before. Fuck you if you looking at me different. I don't give two fucks, okay? If you can get rid of that shit fucking burns, okay? It burns. Don't give a damn what you say. It burns just like a fucking bladder infection. And if you have it because you dibbling dabbling in every cranny and whatever that you can get your dick into, that's on you. STD is a real motherfucking thing. Women, our bodies is so sensitive. We can notify and be, damn it, what's that word I'm looking for? Nah. We can sense that shit faster than men. If you have a bladder infection and we both have bladder infection at the exact same time, I bet you I will sense it before you do. I don't know why it's like that, but it is.
I believe it.
STD is it's a real motherfucking thing.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, you guys got so much going on.
Yeah,
y'all got a lot of stuff going on with your body.
Our like she said, our vagina is just that sensitive. Like y'all can use, you know, the Axe soap or whatever it is, the fragrance. You can't use that. The wrong inch of that soap going down south, like the Bath and Body Works shit, it's a wrap. Some women, well, a lot of us women, our shit gonna go up like we've been at a fish market somewhere. That shit will hit us so fast, probably by the next day. But you know what I learned, Coffee? I have a friend that's been in the ER area, and she's a nurse. And a gynecologist as well. She was like, these girls nowadays don't know that, like the younger girls don't know when they have a bladder infection. They don't know when they have STDs. They don't know when they have a yeast infection. She was telling me like some of these girls have been walking around with STDs and bladder infections and yeast infections. And a lot of them have it for over 3 weeks. Like as a young, what are these parents telling their daughters? And she said they did not know.
5 years older, that's why. Parents fucking 6 years older than them, that's why.
And told them you need to make sure this is what it. And it was just very shocking because I'm like, these niggas like eating booty and vagina. You don't know that something ain't right down there? Like,
yeah, you know.
Oh, no.
The heat of the moment, man. Yo, listen, we had this fucking talk. I need to get back to the reckless shit. I need to get back to our reckless conversations. We've had some reckless conversations on our live on the line. But we had this conversation when who came out? Who came out was drinking? what the fuck is his name? Kevin Gates. He came out and said he likes drinking piss or whatever. We had like 7 people on that panel talking about this shit. But one thing we all agreed on is in the heat of the moment, man. You would think that now if somebody shits in your mouth or something, I mean obviously fucking no, but
that's so nasty.
shit is nasty, but it's real. But at the same time, like, I'm one of them ones where I'll tell you right now, when it's on and we turned on and we both in that crazy ass fucking, we in it, I'm licking every fucking, I don't care, toes, feet, ass, every fucking thing. And that's just real. You know what I'm saying? And there's been times where I felt something like, oh shit, wait a minute. Like, there's been times where I've woke up in the next day and I smelled her pissing and that shit was coming out the bathroom under the crack of the door. And I was like, what the fuck is that smell? It's been different shit like that. And knowing that I just fucking, did what I did to her last night or whatever. But I think that it is one of those things like you're saying. Like, I think people just, they're not getting educated. Schools are crazy right now. And these parents and stuff are younger and younger, man. And this generation is just relying on fucking media to teach your kids and the computer and Google and shit like that or whatever. And they're just gaining all this information. They think they're so intelligent, but they're really just being, they're just seeing shit. They're not really being educated on it. But that's my little perspective on it or whatever. But yeah, it is interesting. I never would have thought that was the case. Everybody's walking around bleeding and, burning and shit.
Yeah, it's much harder for us. Like, I really don't understand how God. Well, I get it. Y'all are not women, but like, even when we start to get boobs, y'all have no idea. It feel like a sharp pitchfork is stabbing us here before these even push out.
Damn, really? No, I definitely didn't know that one. I never heard of it.
Like somebody's pinching your nipple, but at the same time, it's the muscle. And we can experience that for a couple. I know, like when you see the little, what my mom would call them, mosquito bites, those hurt. Just to let y'all know.
Damn, I didn't know that shit.
Women be so crabby, even as preteens, because once those come in, it hurt like hell.
Yeah, y'all got so much going on with y'all body, man. I got my nieces are all. It's crazy. I got 5. I got 3 nieces, and I got 2 daughters. So it's like my oldest daughter, she's over here, developing now and everything like that or whatever. And then my youngest niece is developing now. So now I only got my daughter left or whatever. So it's like I'm going through the whole stage where the transition and hearing just that is like, damn, maybe that's why she got like an attitude or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what to expect because you guys always got a lot of stuff going on with your bodies and the changes and shit like that. So it is difficult. That's another reason why I try to be the man. Like, all right, fuck it. Like, I know she's going through this, going through that. You don't want to use the excuse all the time because y'all get pissed off at that too. But it's real, man. Y'all be going through a lot of shit. Men will do shit. Like, it's just, we got our emotions. Yeah, we might be mad, might be whatever, but we ain't fucking changing every once a month and, having all this other stuff going on. I mean, it's definitely difficult.
I disagree with you on that part. I absolutely disagree. I feel like every man goes through those phases just like women do. I don't give a damn what you say. Let me give you a prime example. My 14-year-old son, when he was going through puberty, when he was going through puberty, his ding-ding started itching. And not only did it itch, it hurt. And I'm looking at him like, what? I'm sorry, son. I can't help you. I don't have that equipment down there. I'm sorry. So I had to call his dad and figure out what the fuck going on. He's like, he's growing. He's going through puberty. And I did not know that. Now, I say that men go through maybe not monthly like us women do, but y'all do have y'all emotions. There's going to be days. Sometimes it's every day. Sometimes it's every 3 weeks or whatever the case may be, especially if you're with your woman. If she is not, if Mother Nature's not fucking with her, you're aroused just like that. Some are, some not. If Mother Nature is fucking with her, then you're ready. You're emotional. Your emotional synchronizes with that woman. It doesn't matter how you feel. I feel that is so true. Man, I could tell you so many dudes that sat up there and I looked at them like, "Did you on your period today?"
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't disagree with that all the way. I mean, I think I don't know if it's just like you said, like even with women, when you guys like sync up together, like kind of just like your cycles sync together if you're like around each other enough or whatever, right? one of the things or whatever. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's really difficult. I mean, people, whether it be testosterone or hormones, whatever the case may be, like, you know, we are all chemical fucking balances, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, for the reason of procreation and, you know, whatever else you're supposed to be doing, development and stuff like that. It's a lot of science behind this shit, man. I mean, it's a lot of, like, you know, it's a lot of biology, and who knows why the fuck we are the way we are, man. You know, we're structured to think differently, but we're also programmed to think differently. So we have a lot of information that we might be misusing. I fully agree with you. I mean, I definitely think that there's a possibility that, you know, our actions are based off something. When you were saying it, I was thinking in my head, like, what can I relate to? Because that's what I try to do. I try to relate. Like, can I relate that? Is it? But I was like, you know, a lot of times, like I said even before, like I accuse my girl, like, damn, babe, like, I gotta check the calendar and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on with you today? And I don't know if maybe even just my expectance of that shit, maybe it's like a reason why it's like maybe I'm heightened now because I'm over here trying to be on my, like, so maybe that's fucking with my, you know, I don't know. It's weird, man. I don't know how much is like actual biology and how much is actual, like, maybe like, you know, just your conception or whatever. It's interesting. It's a very interesting story.
I feel like that it is not only just your conception, but when you with somebody that you really love, for you example, I feel like your body is naturally going to synchronize with her. Y'all been together for, you said, what, 6 years now?
Yes, 6 years now.
I mean, it's bound to happen. You know, if you don't know now, you know, when I'm finna get ready to tell you, a woman's body temperature, her hormones is heightened. The blood flow is fucking phenomenal. So you can tell with your woman, hey, I feel like you know, you're starting to ovulate a little bit because that pussy is extra wet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So not only that, if you're synchronizing with her and you start to notice these things about her, your emotions is going to change too. Your testosterone is going to be heightened up. Your blood flow is going to be heightened up, and it doesn't matter what she does. She could just be she could be looking busted, and she just got on some regular jogging pants, and you be like, damn, that ass is fat, and them motherfucking jogging pants, like, god damn, them turn to the side. Ooh, we look so much bigger that way. Girl, come here, girl. Come here, girl. That type
I feel
thing.
it. I feel it.
I mean,
I feel what you're saying.
I'll be like, I'd be the exact same way. My dude knows when I guess you could say if I'm in heat or not, because everything is different. I act different. Like, I'm more like touchy, like, come here, give me that.
Yeah.
Let me grab on you,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? That type thing. And so if you're synchronizing and you understand each other's body anatomy and so forth, yeah, guys are going to sit up there naturally synchronize, and y'all are going to go through the whole monthly change and the hormone bullshit, all that. And you gonna be looking at your body like, bitch, what the fuck I do to you? Bitch, I ain't did shit to you. Why are you acting like this? Why you doing like this?
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's definitely something I never even really thought about before. Very interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. This more like just male female understanding and shit instead of a battle of the sex. I don't feel like I battle at all this time. It's been a great conversation. Learning shit.
For the men, I was gonna have multiple men, but I'm like, oh shit, so many people are MIA. But I appreciate having a male perspective. Like,
oh yeah.
And then I can honestly say, based on what I'm getting from you, I can honestly say you are definitely beyond the decent type. When I say your girl is very lucky, because a lot of guys have such a selfish view on relationships, and it's very hard to find a partner that will take care of you when you're sick the same way you probably would, you know. And that's just an example. Like, I
got my faults. I told you fucking perfect nigga of it.
But when I say
thank you though.
No, you're fine. Meaning, like, let's say, as a woman, you're pregnant. The last thing you want to do is go through that pregnancy by yourself. And that includes if I just had the baby. I can't bend over to put my underwear on. The most decent thing my partner can do is say, babe, I'll help you.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
the vibe I get from you. But you know, men will leave you to do that shit by yourself, even if you can't get on the bed because your stomach too big. That'll be like, just be looking at you as if they trying to understand why the fuck you in pain, or you groaning, or why it's hard for you to get on the bed. A lot of guys don't even know they ain't there to help you get through it, or, you know, they there and they just don't
Don't give
understand
a
it at
fuck.
all and don't care to understand.
Yeah, don't care to understand it. I think that's the best way to put it.
That's all it boils
Yeah.
down to. I don't get that vibe.
It is
from you.
true.
So your
It is
girls,
very true.
very good.
What kills me the most is after you've had a child, a guy, not all of them, but a guy will sit up there and look at you like, why can't we fuck after 3 weeks? Why I gotta wait 6 weeks? She just had a fucking baby. That's like you sitting up there trying to push a
Right.
fucking size watermelon or a fucking golf ball. Nigga, dead. Come on
Yeah.
now. That shit stretches. That shit fucking hurts.
Oh
You
yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
understand the concept and the anatomy of a woman's body. It's just like going through surgery. If what's that surgery that guys have?
Vasectomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're having vasectomy, I'm not gonna. If my dude having vasectomy, I'm not gonna sit up there and be like, "Give me the dick." Why you can't give it to me? If the doctor is telling you you need to wait 6 weeks to heal, there's a reason why. You can open up your stitches. That's another wound. And if it get infected, you can get a blood poisoning and all this other shit, and you could fucking potentially die from that shit. Same
Yeah.
thing goes for a fucking woman. It's the exact same shit. But the surprising thing about a woman, we heal so elegantly. And it's just it's not a visible type of wound. It's more internally, as you already
Right.
know. But just being able to have a guy to help you after you've had a baby, especially if after you've done had your tubal ligation, just being able to give you that sympathy that you need. Like, look, you don't need to be moving. I don't want you to break your stitches.
Yeah.
Well, technically rip them, but you know what I'm trying to say. And just cater to her needs until she's able to get back to her normal self like she would before she had that child. That is the most precious thing that any man could do. I mean,
Yeah.
what can you do? I mean, you can't fuck her at the particular moment because that shit still hurts. That shit's still sore. And Lord forbid if she has 7 kids.
Shit.
She can't finish nothing. I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter how big your dick is. After she have a child, your dick is gonna feel like a flashlight in the cave to her. Oh, can you feel it right there? Oh, yeah, I can feel it. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, one of the things that was interesting too that I realized when I was with girls who were pregnant and had kids afterwards and stuff like that, and you start noticing like the changes even when you guys are pregnant, like of the vagina, and the nipples get bigger and hard and stuff like. And it's interesting, like the body changes for you guys and stretchier and stuff like that or whatever. And I was like, into it, like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, like it's like an experiment and shit. Because I'm not used to it. It's different. You are right. You go from like your body looks some type of way. And then I remember when I first saw my first baby mom, and she had her situation going on. And I was like, damn, this is crazy to see this right now. And but it's really different. Like y'all bodies are crazy, man. Y'all go through so many different changes with y'all bodies. And like you said, we don't even have the idea of what you guys have got going on. So if you're not an understanding person, man, and you just like self-consciously thinking about what you want and why you can't have it, then yeah, you definitely gonna be in some bad shit.
Yeah.
It's never going to work out in most situations. Like you have to be able to acknowledge other people. Sex can't be the most important fucking part of your relationship either. That's another thing I'm learning as I get older. I mean, it needs to be a part of it, but it definitely cannot be the only part that you guys are together, because that's the easiest, in my opinion, that's the easiest thing to say. I love fucking her, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as something happens and y'all can't do it as much as you did, or you did it before, or you have a kid, or you gain some weight, whatever the fucking case may be, the most important thing just became, the least important thing, and now y'all don't got shit to fall back on. So
And
y'all better like some
the
fucking
moments
movies.
Guys cheat and feel like that's their excuse for cheating. Is she gained weight, she didn't want to have sex anymore, or I had to wait a certain amount of time. Like whether I give you sex or not, just should not determine whether you're gonna be there or not. Those are the main times you just mentioned. It's the main reasons why guys find it okay to cheat, and that's not okay.
Let's battle. Let's battle now. Like I gotta look as a man here. All right,
let's go.
I gotta say this too. Now, I don't agree with cheating at all. Now, listen, in my place, I would just be the person to say, I got a problem. Raise my hand. I got a problem with situations going on here. I ain't trying to just go and fucking find somebody else. No, I would never do that. But the thing that I feel like women also have to understand is, yeah, you know, not the whole we have needs thing. Everybody
Right.
has needs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do got to be kind of understanding, like, if you are trying to be compassionate with your man or with your partner, you know, in general too. Because if you are just living this life, well, you should just love me, and that's how it should fucking be. You know, which a lot of women have nowadays, where you should just appreciate the fact that you with me and shit. And that's some shit where it's like a motherfucker. I can definitely understand a lot of guys like, oh yeah, bitch, all right, well, I'm with you right now. I'm with your sister too, and it's not right, but I can understand. You feel me? Like that's gonna be a new segment I have. But yeah, we're gonna be talking that shit and you know, saying everything we do. You should not cheat, but women do have to have that concept too, because nowadays there is a difference, man, with how women are acting, because I think that finally you guys are getting the respect that you deserve to a degree. Still more, you know, respect that you should definitely be receiving, but you guys are getting acknowledged now. Like, you know, the people in the industries that are taking advantage of women, people not being able to give you fair chances, equality, different types of reasons. You guys are getting that acknowledgement now. And I think that we live in a world where even with that acknowledgement, I think there are people that are definitely fucking abusing that shit. Because now it's turned on the man like, oh, well, men don't do shit. What the fuck we even need y'all for? And now it's like, what do you need us for? Damn, we used to do a whole lot. Y'all don't need us for shit now? Like, you get a dildo and fucking just have a time of your life, right? We still are important. We need to be important. We need to feel important. And that is a huge part of why I think men cheat. Because they don't feel important at all in a relationship. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you what my friends tell me. You can't speak for the dogs out here.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that too.
My friend tell me all the time, friend, keep your mouth off of certain situations. He was like, you're very different. He was like, and this might be too much information. I ain't had sex in 2 years. Don't care to. When I'm in like a solid relationship, I don't do anything with anybody.
That's smart.
A lot of times I don't, and I'm talking about nothing, like no kissing, because like I said, guys eat ass. You think I'm gonna kiss somebody that I only been talking to? The point is, it's just not worth it. It's like
I feel you, yo.
All the time, he was like, "No, you can't speak for how the women are out here." He was like, "Because you always on your grind. If you're not at work, you handling your kids. You take care of things by yourself." And he was like, "You're not looking for no handouts from me." And he was like, "You make your money." He was like, and most of all, he was like, "I love that you don't have any tattoos all over the place. You don't have any extra piercings." And I'm just like, "What the fuck does that mean?" He was like, "You don't dress slutty." He was like, "You kind of dress like the women of the 60s and 70s. I said, "What the fuck?"
Shit. Was
like,
he coming for you a little bit? He was kind of coming for you a little bit.
Basically, he's talking about the business women of the 60s.
I know what you mean.
So I'm just like, okay. He's talking about, yeah, you can't speak for the hoes out here. I said, well, every woman is not a hoe then. But I'm going to just tell you, you can't speak for the dogs because you're not a dog. There's a lot of dogs out here.
Well, I feel you. I appreciate that too. Yeah. It's hard. It is a hard concept to say, and yeah, like you're saying right now, like there are a lot of good guys, and I guess that's kind of who I am speaking a little bit more for, is you know, the people who are going through things, and I also come from, like, you know, I used to do cable. So I used to be in and out of people's houses consistently. Yo, I did cable for 3.5 years. I used to sell cell phones in and out of people's houses. So I did kind of take some of that knowledge that I gained. It's not like a huge experiment or anything, but I did talk to a lot of different people in that time, like inside their household, doing cable, hearing the conversation. I used to have fucking women telling me about them cheating on their husbands with their fucking high school sweethearts from Facebook, and they don't know about it. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, my head hitting the internet up, like, damn, this motherfucker's looking at his picture on the wall and shit. Fucking all the kids, everything looking happy and shit. I'm like, damn, this nigga getting played. No lie, no fucking lie. That's exactly how it used to be, bro. And I used to sit there and be sitting there like, yo, damn, these fucking girls is grimy, yo. And not all of them, but I'm just saying, like, there was a lot of experiences that I saw. And, you know, I'm dealing with guys like moving into an apartment, and I'm hooking up their internet for them because they just got divorced after 30 years, and, you know, found out his wife was cheating on him, and she got her kids, taking his fucking money. And this guy is just a shell, man. You can even tell by talking to him, he's just a fucking shell. And I don't know what he did because you only get one side of the story, but it's just, if it's true and you just lost every fucking thing and you're just diminished, like, it's really interesting to understand, like, you know, there is always two sides of a story, but for the men out there really trying to be a family, really trying to do things, and maybe you are fucking coming up short in the bedroom, maybe you are coming up short in the work or whatever, the money that you're making, you're trying to still be a man, have a family, and be respected as one as well. So if you're getting that fucking cold shoulder as soon as you don't cook the spaghetti right and shit, well, fucking no fucking give me good. You know, cooking ass motherfucker. Y'all niggas know that be happening too.
Yeah, you right. You're right.
Immediately, motherfucker, like, oh fuck, I gotta put my head down and just walk away. I can't even argue. So it's like, it's a you're right. It is a combination. You are speaking to, like, you know what you're relating to the most for the most part. Because I can't speak why a motherfucker who got this beautiful ass woman taking care of him, doing everything for him, but you still. Yeah, well, I get that bitch over there, and then you ready to go do that shit immediately as soon as she dropped the fucking, your favorite fork on the ground or some shit. I don't know, bro. It is interesting conversation, but I don't think we'll ever fucking really know why people do it. I think, like I said, that's why I said I think you have to flip that fucking switch. If you ain't willing to flip that switch and say, hey, I'm taking, that's my decision. Yeah, we fight, we argue, we fucking body slammed each other yesterday. You still going, we've got that flip switch though, right? Okay, it's a little dangerous now because we might have to turn the bitch off now, right? Okay, well, that's agree? Okay, let's turn that shit off. Let's get the fuck out of here. You gotta be in agreement, yo. If you not, you just still fucking floating in fucking fairy tale land. Like, yo, hey, we together right now, but we might not be an hour from now. Like, fuck you, bro. Like, we have to know what the commitment is all about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's crazy, yo. Real talk, though.
So, the next one. Dating, but keeping your options open. Who is better at hiding that?
Oh, shit. That's a good one right there. Nobody's in the wrong in this one. That's what's so great about it. Like,
it's a debate. Like, literally,
everybody's.
I only date men, so I can only speak for my perspective and vice versa. It's a lot of guys that say women are better at hiding, and I don't know how. I don't date women, so I don't know.
Yeah, man, that's interesting. I feel like I talked a lot, so go ahead, Coffee. I don't want to.
Oh no, you're perfectly fine.
Huh?
Perfectly fine. I can say from my personal experience, looking at my experience, I'm good at that shit. I'm just saying, if I'm in my slutty phase and I just don't give two fucks and I just want to fuck, hell yeah, I'm gonna keep my fucking options on the fucking, because on Monday I'm gonna be dating that motherfucker, might not fuck him, but on Tuesday, damn, you look delicious and things, and I'm like, fuck it. But they won't never know about each other. So yeah, it depends. If I'm looking for a particular type of guy, I'm going to go out on dates. Second or third date, I'm going to be like, okay, cool, everything's vibing, all right. So let me ask you a few questions, see how that goes, see what your answers are. If I can persuade you, good. If you have all the qualities that I need, especially if you got some really good dick,
you know what?
If I can persuade you to see from my point of view, okay, I might work it out with you. If I can't, I'm going to keep my options open, and I'm going to be like, hey. No, not you. You, the bow-legged one. That type of shit. So it just all depends on what you're looking for and how are you going to go about getting what you're looking for. That's the reason why I feel like women are better at doing that. Now, I mean, I can't speak for men, but I know for a simple fact that it's not just women. There's men out there that does the exact same thing. If she's sitting up there and she can cook, she can clean, she can do everything you want her to do, but her sloppy toppy, it ain't sloppy. It ain't sloppy enough. He might be like, you know what? I'll keep you for Monday, Wednesdays, and Sundays. But them other days, I'm going to get Stella over here because she give me all kinds of sloppy toppy, and it's fucking amazing. She's been in my mouth and my dick like nobody's business, like it's going out of business. I'm just saying. So,
no, you're absolutely right. You're making the strongest point for exactly kind of what we were talking about through everything. The thing about it is, if you're dating, that's the difference. Now, kind of just to establish the question as well, like, what do you mean by dating? Like, do you mean like, you meet
Try to see
somebody.
where things goes. Try to see where
Got it.
things go. And
Exactly.
meaning
Yeah.
agreeing to monogamous relationship or not relationship to just deal with just that person. Trying to
Got
see
it.
where it goes. But
Yes.
still entertaining other people and you don't know about it. I rather a guy look, and this is the funny part. It makes me think about Family Matters when Steve Urkel told Myra that his heart belonged to Laura.
Oh shit,
And
the Laura.
he
Yep.
gonna always love Laura. Steve Urkel kept it so funky with Myra. And most
Yeah,
of these
man.
people don't even know how to fucking do that. He made it known you can get hurt because my heart belongs to Laura. And
Yeah.
it's gonna always be that way. Like, why is it so hard for guys? I met one guy that kept it so real with me. He was like, you know, I really do like you. I want to get to know you. He was like, but I'm gonna let you know, I'm into the polygamy thing. And he was just like, you know, so I am socializing with so and so. You don't have to mislead somebody. Just keep it all the way real. That's what made
what I
me
respect.
interested in him, because I was like, I'm socializing, but I socialize because of my podcast show. I said, but do I have guys interested in me? Hell yeah. I said, but I decide whether I want to be involved with them or not. But I would rather somebody keep it all the way G with me than to be sitting around acting like you ain't fucking with multiple people knowing you are.
Yeah, for sure. And I think also with that, you don't like, you know, you get that conception that like people say, hey, you don't have to tell them. And that's true. You definitely don't, man. But like you just said, you know, Urkel doing with Myra is he had to tell her that shit. He could just have it. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, they were dating. It's a little bit more like you would respect that more. But at the same time, it's like if I'm meeting somebody like, hey, yo, you cool as shit. Let's go see a movie. Let's go do this. And we hanging out and we dating at that point. We got a couple of dates under our belts. We ain't in a relationship. We ain't committed to each other, nothing like that.
Right.
But if she went and fucked somebody, and I did find out, I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh, I'm super happy. I'm like, damn, I thought we were kind of like kicking it. Like, you know, yeah, but we ain't together. Oh, so you need that official stamp on your forehead and shit like mine. So, you know, before you know that, okay, well, we kind of had something going. So I do respect the nature of like, give me that courtesy. Like, hey, I'm talking to you. I feel like we have something building. But then you come to find out, oh, yeah, but she got 4 other guys that she treat the same way. Oh, shit. Well, I guess maybe I should just hit the fucking curb because I thought it was a serious situation I was starting. Because everything starts somewhere. You have to meet somebody. You have to date them. You have to connect. So if you have somebody who's kind of just into the multiple thing, that's what, like Coffee was talking about. Like, if that's just what you're doing and you establish that with me and you're like, hey, I'm kind of just dating around. I'm not really looking for anything serious right now. If it happens, it happens. You have to have that understanding. Like, okay, this is what I'm getting into. Let's go ahead and proceed. Make my decisions. But if you're kind of just stringing along 5, 6 motherfuckers and you're just like, hey, I like you for Sunday, I like you for Monday, I like you for Tuesday, I like you for Wednesday, and just doing it like, yeah, no, baby, you my main man. See you next Monday, or whatever. All right, well, fuck, like, damn, you is kind of playing, motherfuckers. Like, you ain't gonna lie, like.
There's always a drawn line between that. It really is.
Yeah,
It is. Like I said, if you come into the relationship or you meeting somebody and it's like, I'm not really dating anybody, but I just want to see where it goes. You have to respect that. And you have to have your mindset that, okay, this is what we're going to do. So while you're doing your thing, while you're doing your thug thizzle, I'm going to be doing my thing. That's just how it is. I feel like you should respect that. But if you're saying that, oh, I actually do want to get in a relationship, okay, that's perfectly fine. So if we're clicking, we're vibing, but you're still entertaining somebody else, I feel like you should kind of give it time, but not too much time.
Yeah, that's true.
Always that borderline there.
Yeah, it's all depending on how you read them, I would say.
Exodore, what's very hard to do? I'm not looking
is.
at a comment. Exodore said it's very hard to do. I'm trying to figure out what's very hard to do. Be honest, that you're dealing with more than one person. Which part is hard?
What's hard is having 3 boyfriends, 2 husbands, and a nigga on the side.
Just think about that though, yo. Isn't it crazy that there are these people that be out there, men and women, that go and have they have one family, and you know how hard it is just to have one family, and then motherfuckers got a whole nother family. It was just recently somebody just came out. I heard some story about a guy found out that he had a whole nother life or some shit like that, a wife. It was just a story about it. I just read the shit. And then he had a whole other kid with somebody, Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. They came out and they said, I don't know if that was in the past too, but they had recently just said, yeah, I had to get used to the understanding of the fact that he had a baby with somebody else or whatever. And I think that she was saying that while they were with each other. I didn't research it or anything, so, but it's just very fucking interesting to me. Like, you're a celebrity, you got this and you got that, and you got time to fucking, I guess you got the money, so you don't got to worry about this shit. But just being able to have both, like, I know how hard it is to raise a fucking, y'all got kids, and you know how hard it is to raise a family and go to work, and I can't find time to wipe my ass, yo, let alone have a whole nother fucking family. I struggle with trying to walk the fucking dog, yo. Y'all motherfuckers got time, bruh. I'm just saying, that shit always been crazy to me, yo. Me and my girl was just talking about that shit. I mean, we don't got time to do this, to entertain two different motherfuckers and saying, yeah, I'm this person on Tuesday, I'm that person. Listen, you gonna fucking put yourself in the nut house.
That's too much. That's too much. If you're honest,
crazy, yo.
In love with that person, you're gonna put your all into it. So if you're putting your all into this one particular girl or guy, and you got another one on the side, that's what I don't understand about, what is it called, polygamy?
Yeah,
I don't understand that. Like, I think my mind concept is like this: if I was a dude, how the fuck would I sit up there and just handle the simple fact that, hey, she's on her period, she's emotional, but she's a bitch. She's on her period, but she alright, but she's difficult. And then to fuck around and find another one?
it's too much work, yo.
Do that. Like,
And then go to work.
No.
And then go to work and deal with your boss and the job, and
Deal with the white folks. Forgive
fucking
me if
crazy,
white folks
man.
are in here. I'm so sorry. Deal with the white folks bullshit. Deal with that shit. Deal with other people at your job being jealous because you got this big ass fucking promotion. They didn't get it, and they've been there for 50 something years, and you only been there for maybe like 20, and they gave you the promotion because you have more brighter ideas and maybe a associate's degree. And dealing with all of that shit, your car breakdown, life in general, and then having to worry about 2 other women, if not 4, and
I'm good.
all this shit that they got going through with life and work, and then menstrual. I don't see how you do it.
I think that's why so many people just want sex. Just want the sex. You just want the pleasurable part about the situation. That's another reason why I think people cheat, is because you want to find, and you guys are saying it too, like the pleasure, man. You want to find what makes you happy out of whatever situation you're getting, whether it be, oh, she's got long blonde hair, bam, I want that. Oh, she's got fucking beautiful toes, bam, I want that. Or she got a, whatever, size 2, or, it is different. I think some people be trying to shop around. They shop around too much, and they have their cake and eat it too. Like, you got to accept the flaws, the problems, everything, so you can have one standard situation and control that and work it out. Otherwise, you got fucking chaos, man. And I'm not saying that nobody can. There's motherfuckers that can buy themselves, run a corporation. Look at Elon Musk and all that shit. But I'm sure he's got other shit that's going on, and he's fucking up in his areas where he's fucking up or whatever, and his wife just divorced his ass or whatever. He got 500 things going on. No matter how smart you are, you can't take on a million things and just think you're just gonna be great with everything, yo. Like, it's just not in the cards, man.
All right. Very lastly, the final question: if your partner didn't please you in the bedroom, who would be the first to say something in a heated argument?
Women.
Yeah, I'd definitely be women for that one. No doubt about it.
Come on now.
I ain't gonna even lie.
Women are petty. Women are petty.
I had a friend when she was mad at her baby daddy. When I say they were together, but when I say they arguments would get so petty, she put on Facebook something along the lines of his small dick, and I was just like, what do you do now?
That's horrible.
What do you do now? She
Oh
talking
my God.
yes, she said with his little dick ass. I was like, what do you do now? I was like, why would you post that on Facebook? She said he pissed me off, and I'm like, okay, you got to tell the world his dick is little. And I was like, why?
Yeah,
it was funny.
One of the things I feel like, when it comes to, like you guys said, and y'all said it, I said, I think women do they try to hit that button sometimes, or at least a lot of women I've experienced. They try to hit that button, like you guys want to win, yo. Like, you guys want to win. I feel like guys guys, they have different angles, and I am speaking on like me and maybe related to me or whatever. But guys have different angles for why they argue and shit like that or whatever. Most of the time, I don't think guys want to argue. We're just trying to prove a point. You guys are trying to just win. That's what me and my girl, I feel like we go over, and a lot of times, even she catches herself, like when we get our little side, we take our time, and then we come and talk to each other, and then we talk everything out. Like, even she'll say it. Like, I know I was saying some stuff, I wasn't handling things correctly, and I'll say it too. Like, I know I probably could have did things better or whatever. But most of the time, it's like she'll sit there over. This what pisses me off more than any fucking thing. She'll say something and just say it, and then she'll say it, and then she'll over talk me, so I can't say it. And I'm fucking sitting there like, all right, cool, fuck it. I'll just wait forever, and I'll wait, and then she'll just keep talking, and then when she's done, and it's finally my time, like, okay, now I can say something. Now I'm ready. She'll walk the fuck away and leave. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Look,
You're not gonna fucking hand my head down and say, oh, motherfucker. She won again. And then she'll tell me, oh, it's not about winning or losing. I'm like, yeah, because you won. Well, of course it ain't for you. I can't say shit. But, yeah, I would definitely say women, yo. Women do that shit. I mean, yeah, women do that shit, yo. I ain't never been hit with the, you got little dick shit or whatever, but listen, I mean, I ain't no monster killer over here, but I mean, I definitely can understand if you going that hard and, trying to embarrass your dude like that, like you either you need to really start thinking before you fucking talk, or you might want to just reconsider what you need from a man if that's what you jumping on every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Both.
Man, that's crazy. Both, yeah, probably both.
Fast. If your man getting done fast in like 2 minutes, like to me, yes, that's a bad thing because, like I said, it's got to suck as a woman if he getting done, but you staying quiet. And the moment y'all get into it, you cracking a joke about or throwing it in his face, like it ain't even necessarily about the size. I've heard women make jokes about their man. That's why your ass get done in 2 minutes, and I be like.
It's fucked up, man.
I feel like y'all really should talk about that shit.
You really should.
Understanding, like if you know that you're short statured and you're not all the way there like some fucking porno star that has fucking a mandingo and shit. I mean, I really feel like y'all should have some type of conversation. Seriously, that's just wrong. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and reversed, and he's talking about, well, that's why your pussy too big and you done had so many kids and stuff like that, she would get highly upset. She'd be 38
bad
about this shit. So sit up there instead of hitting below the belt, talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, if we get into an argument, I don't like to argue, but if we get into an argument, we're not gonna hit below the belt right here. No, that's what we're not gonna do. And then plus on top of that, I look at it like this. If you are sitting up there and you're cheating because he's coming is short, then either do something about it, do some research. There's fucking enhancements for that shit. There's all kinds of pills and bullshit, man-made shit that could help, get your stamina up and all that bullshit. Why not do that instead of hitting below the belt? I don't understand that. Me.
Yeah, you definitely have to make it. Try if it's worth it, you got to try to make it work. Like you guys just both said. Like if it's something that's going on and it is enough of a problem, sometimes people just. I mean, how people get when they argue. Like I'm not gonna act like I'm an angel. Like I say shit fucked up sometimes, and I feel bad about it. And I usually try my best now to go back and like, hey, I'm sorry I said that. Like I didn't mean it. Like I was just trying to say something because I was pissed off at the situation. She does it too. Everybody does it, man. I think that everybody kind of goes through things where you have problems, especially when you're trying to deal with two people that are, trying to deal with each other. But I think that, when it comes to like, the bedroom shit or whatever, there is a lot of shit, man. I've always been one of the ones where I like to do different shit, yo. And I'm not talking about, don't got to be all, I'm the mailman, bringing the mail and all that shit. Nah, I mean, you can just, we like to get toys and, mess around and, just like, just have fun with each other. Like there was one time, not to put too much out there, but kinda. I don't give a fuck. I'm pretty open at this point. You guys can tell. But there was one we were watching some show or whatever, and I was just like, I just asked her. I was like, babe, how do you play with yourself or whatever? And she was just like, oh, Well, like she was kind of like, I don't know if she was thrown off by it. She was literally taking my hand, just showing me how to do it. And I did it, and I was like, "Oh shit! Now I know how to do it." Like, and it wasn't we had to go to class for it and shit. It was just something that happened, and just small things like
knowing
that.
woman's body. It's all about knowing each other's
Fucking
body.
around, man. Yeah, having fun. I ain't scared of shit, so it's like you said, yeah. So just have fun, man. Just let it go. If you refuse to do anything, then you gotta expect to kind of. Yeah, I don't agree with cheating, but you're gonna have to understand, like, bro, you ain't trying to do shit. Okay, well, same other thing. Like, if you just one of the women, it's like, well, I'm with you, I'm beautiful, just be with me, I'm trophy wife. No, you fucking paint the walkway for me when I went. Okay, that's gonna get you about as far as you think it's gonna get you. Like, it ain't gonna go forever.
Yeah, because your look ain't gonna last forever either.
Saying no, it is not. No, what shit ain't, man. You gotta try it. You got both parties gotta try, man. If you know you coming in fucking 2 minutes, then you better start figuring out ways where you can either get it back up or, get that fucking vibrator out the drawer and start throwing that shit up in here, blah, 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 making that shit. That's my shit right there. I fuck around with everything. Them fucking vibrators and squirting shit. Like, listen, that's my shit right there. I love fucking with that foreplay shit and you getting that motherfucker and woo, that shit fun as hell.
Hell yeah. I feel like guys are always they're ready at the drop of the dime. But it takes a woman like 45 minutes, give or take. Some women anyway. But it takes a minute for us to heat up the oven. If we are, our hormones is up, then it's a different story. We're ready just like that too. But also realize that we've also been thinking about that shit by the time you got home. So by the time you got home, you were like, "Oh shit, you ready?" Like, hold on, give me like 3 minutes. If he's only lasting 2 or 3 minutes, I'm gonna need you to masturbate, so I can get that second nut, because I want you to fuck my pussy up. I don't want that woo woo wham wham bam thank you ma'am type shit. No, I want you to fuck my shit up. I need 45 minutes. If you can go that long, I'm just saying. I need 45 minutes of that hard thrusting. And then when you feel like you finna nut, slow it down. If you gotta take it out and be like, pep talk with yourself, you gotta do what you gotta do. And then get on slide back and look that motherfucker. I'm just saying. You just can't sit up there and just be like, oh shit, I'm so excited. And then you just bust a nut in 2 minutes and she's looking at you like, that's it.
Yeah, you can't leave it. I can't go no fucking 45 minutes. You forget about that. You'll be mad at my ass. My big ass, shit. I'll do 10, 15 minutes and then I'll have to do something else and then again. I have always been the one who's always been, I have been able to go and then get back up. I've always been pretty good at that. But doing that we had a conversation on another show. I keep saying that because I've been on a lot of fucking shows recently. But we had a conversation on another show that was having a discussion. Is that something that's true? Like, do women just look for men to how long is long enough, basically? Like, are you going 40 minutes? Are you going 50? Are you going, I go 2 hours? Nigga, please. I don't care how in shape you are either. You fucking start hitting that shit, you do got to do some different shit. Now, there's some motherfuckers out there that can sit there and be doing the athletic aerobics and marathons and shit. But for the most part, most dudes that I know, like, hey, we have discussions, like, 20 minutes. You doing foreplay, you doing everything, you kissing, doing all that shit, whatever. About 20 minutes, you start hitting it. And then, bam, you get a nut. Some dudes are like, hey, fucking, I'm getting a nut after that second nut. That second nut is where it really pops on. Because you ain't coming fast from that shit. That second nut, when you get that shit hard again, or she get down and start sucking you off and doing that shit or whatever, then you start popping that motherfucker. Now it's like, oh, wait a minute, it's a whole nother fucking journey. And then you be on that shit a little longer. But that first one, especially for me, listen, that first one, man, I should be feeling good too. I'm getting like 5-10 minutes. I go 5-10 minutes, I'm out. And then we go try some other shit for a little while.
Okay, so let me ask y'all opinion. And I'm glad because it's a man and a woman in here. How long is too long without giving a man head? How long is too long without doing it?
Like, it can be years.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say it. I was with my kid's father for like 10 years. Things change when we have the kids, and that's because we're both such cautious parents. So we didn't want to do sexually intimate things in front of the kids.
Of course.
So a lot of times we deprive each other, not intentionally. Just I think kids have this weird fucking ESPN to where they know you. They have this really weird
ESPN.
detect when you trying to sneak a kiss in. It was like really hard for us to do that.
ESPN.
Will come.
That's where babysitter comes in.
Go in the other room when you just playing, and we don't know where she.
When you just sleep.
Yeah, like
What's going
on? Fuck. But
Yeah.
I can honestly say a month. I probably gave him oral sex maybe once or twice.
In a month? That's great. That's fucking fabulous. What is wrong? Like, how often y'all think y'all supposed to do it? Like, it's no. That's pretty good.
Wait a minute. Am I the only one that thinks there's something wrong with that? A month?
I think that's fucking great.
Oh, okay. Because I felt
Listen,
bad. Everybody, I did a statistic on that on the live stream somewhere, and guys was like, "No, like men need it every day." Like,
no, get the fuck out of here. That's so
I
silly,
was like,
man.
"What?" It was like,
You don't need it
like,
every
no wonder
day.
y'all didn't work out. You deprived the man. I was just like, I didn't know it was like rules or regulations, and we have that situation where even in the middle of the night, my daughter is so quiet you don't know she's woke.
But see, shit like that will have you feeling bad, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to put it. If people who do get it, listen, more power to you. But I'm just saying, like, you don't want to hear that and think to yourself, like, oh man, I'm not doing right as a woman and shit. Because realistically, like, yo, I personally think, and this is from talking with a lot of people. I'm like, not just me or whatever. Right. Most situations, like people, once you're in a relationship, when you first start in a relationship, is most fucking times, y'all just both some super freaks. When you get in that first 6 months, y'all all over each other. And then after a while, you have some kids, you got jobs, you got problems, you got this, you got that. Yeah, you have fun. You go out on dates, you have fun, you come home, you fuck each other, do shit with each other, and you have fun. And people who explore it, more power to them. It's something that you should do, but you shouldn't feel slighted because maybe you guys don't do enough together, or maybe, you know what I'm saying? We're dealing with that shit too. Not being able to go in, we both work from home, so we constantly see each other. We don't really get a chance to miss each other. It's a lot. It's a lot, with it. But giving somebody every fucking twice a month. Listen, I was gonna say like, hey, maybe a couple times, every couple months or whatever, because this is one of those things where if you want to, do it, then please do it. But it's not something that I'm like craving or needing. Like if you doing it, I'm cool with it. But I'm not even like asking for it all the time like that. Like that's like a special thing for me. Like, hey, you do it? Oh shit, I must do something right. I must fucking clean them dishes good.
Go ahead, Coffee.
Comes down to if you like it. Like how much you really like sucking dick. I like sucking dick. So I feel like, damn it, you should deserve to get that shit twice a week. If I'm in a good mood, depending on my mood, you should get that shit twice a week.
Yeah, it was guys and girls that said that to me. They was like, well, no wonder he broke up with you. Like, you don't do it that often. And I was like, I mean, I didn't know it was rules to this shit, but I was like, so I wanted to know y'all point of view. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's definitely depending on the person.
Yeah, well, I agree with you on that one. If you like your bean to be flicked, I mean, damn it. I mean, shit. There got to be some type of understanding somewhere. It's like, you ain't got to do it always because I like it, but I don't really like it. But when you do, I appreciate it type shit. Maybe once or twice out of a month. Okay, cool. Yeah. But I really like sucking dick. I really like giving you head. I really want to make your motherfucking toes curl type shit. And I want to feel empowered when I can make you fucking explode in my mouth and you're like, type shit. That shit, that shit gets me going. Yes. Let me be
it's exciting, man.
Roll your ass over, suck your dick until you come in my mouth. Hell yes, let's go. Yes, because I want to see them toes curling. That make me feel good. Like, yeah, I want a marathon right there.
Yeah, I had a girl like that one time, and she was very sexual. I mean, she wound up being a super fucking hoe, but I wifed her for a little while, but it was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot of fun, and she would do crazy shit, and she would always want it. I remember one time we was fucking. This is some real shit. We was fucking and stuff like that, and I was standing up. I was on the wall. She was doing it, and I wanted to fuck her because I'm one of them type of dudes where getting head is like it's cool, but it's like that's not my main shit. Like I like to fuck. Like I like to fuck. You know what I mean? Like, and that's when I'm trying to like bust or whatever. But she was doing it, and she was giving me head, and she was like, she literally stopped, and she said, "What are you doing? Like you're supposed to just come all over me." And I was like, holy shit, this girl's a freak. And that's where I was like, you know, damn, like, and then I was questioning, like, damn, does she need that? Like, cause goddamn, ain't nobody stopping that shit. Like, she really just broke it down to me and shit. And that's when, like you were saying, Coffee, like, listen, there's some girls who just, everybody's different. I don't need to have my shit sucked every 4 months or whatever. Like, hey, whatever happens, if you do it, I'm like, damn, thanks, baby. Shit, I must have did something good.
Right.
But I'm not expecting it. I'm fucking leaving this bitch tomorrow. It's been 2 weeks. Get out. That's fucked up.
Well,
They telling you, no wonder she left. No wonder. You didn't suck his dick?
What
the fuck?
It was just like, what the
That's
fuck?
fucked up.
It was men and women. They was like, that's all you did? Like, a lot of times if I did it to him, that was because I was ovulating and I wanted to get him excited. Other times, and I know that sounds selfish, but when I'm ovulating, you know, and he sleep, that's the best way I wake him up. He knew when I woke him up like that, he already knew what I wanted. And I'm more dominant that way. But yeah, I was like, well, shit. It was 20% said that was cool. The rest of the percent was, what the fuck? You ain't do. That's how often you did it. Like that's why he didn't want to beat you. I was like, oh well. Okay.
I think people be capping, yo. I think people be saying shit for the fucking for the like the thrill of it or whatever. I'm not saying that nobody is right, you know, but I definitely we had said it was another conversation I had with somebody, and they had said some shit like they were talking about, oh, I had an older woman when I was younger and stuff like that. Like, I think the question was, would you let your son be with the older woman? Like, what if you found out your son was like, you know, and Coffee, you got a 14-year-old, I got a 13-year-old. Like, you know, would you let your son be with an older woman? How would you feel? Like, cause you know, he's macking. Like, you know, the school knows he's got an older woman. And everybody in the chat that I was talking with, they were kind of like laughing at it, like, "Oh yeah, he's the man, you know." And I'm sitting there saying to myself, like, be real. Like, if your kid came home and said some fucking 22-year-old woman was over here taking advantage of him, you ain't gonna be happy about that shit. Come the fuck on, bro. You gonna be, and if you are, then you need to check your parent in a little bit, because some fucking grown ass person over there taking advantage of your child, like. I think people just like to say shit for the heat of the moment, yo. I mean, maybe they really do feel that way, but it's more fun to be like, what? You every day, motherfucker. Some real shit, though.
I agree with that one.
Yeah.
I feel like if my 14-year-old, 14, 15, 16, 17, maybe 3 years older. And that's specifically because that's my son. Now, if he's 18 and he's dealing with a woman that's in her 40s, I'm like, well,
it is what it is. Yeah, I agree with that too.
You do the fuck you want to do. It's your dick. I mean, I can't do nothing about it. Just don't bring that baby home to me. You know, you get a baby, you're gonna take care of your responsibility.
Yeah, and
let's see. Now, my baby daddy, he's on a completely other different level because he's really sexist. If his son is dealing with a woman that's in her 40s and he's 14, he's like, yeah, that's my boy, that's my son, you go, boy. But then when it comes to our daughter, it's a completely different thing. It's no, she can't have sex until she's 50 years old. What? Like, you have to remember that the more of a tighter leash that you have on your children, the more they're gonna rebel against you. So I told both my children, look, I don't expect you to wait till you get married. I don't expect it at all. Fuck it. I didn't do it. I don't want to be a hypocrite. But I mean, damn, you know, I had to bribe him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? If you can wait till around about that time when I had sex, which was 16, I'll buy you this. I'll buy you what you want. If you can hold off until 20 before you have your first child, okay, I can understand it. But I also had it like this. I said, look, I've been through some shit that I don't want y'all to go through. Having a
Yeah.
child is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But it is a fucking struggle to be a single parent, male or female, don't matter how you
Yeah.
look at it.
For
I told
real.
him, look, I at least want you to have something you can fall back on. Be an LPN, get that first. Put $2,000 in the bank account. Make sure you got a house. Make sure you got a car, and fucking good ass insurance. You know what I'm saying? Have it to where you are stable. You have built that foundation. That's what I want. Out of anything else. After you don't finish school with LPN, you don't work there for maybe like 2 year minimum. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'll support you no matter what you want to do. Even if you want to be a garbage train. My daughter, she wants to be a fucking princess. I don't know why she want to be a princess. Okay, I said, okay, I want you to be an LPN first. Do that first.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case that shit don't work out. It happens. So yeah, I want you to have that shit situated and squared off because the hardest thing about being a single parent is doing the shit on your own. Depression becomes not just noticeable or just acknowledged, it becomes a real motherfucking thing. Then it becomes a problem in your everyday life. I should know. But I was like, look, if y'all can do the minimum, what I asked you to do, just make sure you have something to fall back on. That's the only thing I ask before you bring into that first kid. Other than that, I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Once you reach
Yeah. It's a lot.
18, even if you're in my house, you can do what the fuck you want to do. You better pay some motherfucking bills. We ain't gonna be
Yeah.
friends. Bitch, I'm your
Yeah. For
landlord.
real.
Me.
Yeah. You want to have that structure, and like you even said, I mean, I think that we all with kids, most people want their kids to do better than what we did. I was reckless and fucking
Absolutely.
crazy wild when I was young, and I don't want nothing to do. But because of that, I have the understanding of the shit that I did that I don't want my kids to get involved in, and I am one of those over protective parents. Like I'm super like my kids are getting homeschooled now. So it's like it's very difficult. Well, my daughter's getting homeschooled now. My son and daughter are still in school. But we're planning on taking them out next year and having them starting homeschool. That's also because fuck these schools, yo. I'm telling you right now, fuck these schools. I'm tired of how these schools are doing shit. Like from all this the sex talk and just the different things they're trying to just make your kids understand at this point. Just not feeling it no more. But
Yeah.
like you said, I also live with that understanding of like a lot of the experience and knowledge that I've gained is because I was kind of reckless and wild, and I made it out luckily, out of my crazy lifestyle. But I don't want them to have to experience it the same way. Even though it did good for me, like I don't know if it'll be good for them. Like, my son lost his mom. Say it again.
They might not be able to handle it like you did.
Exactly. Yeah.
That you had in order to get through what you went through.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I could try to think of it. My son had to go through his mom had passed from cancer and shit. So it's like, like when you were saying the stuff about being a single parent, like, I was living that life for a little while, because we were co-parenting, but I was, the dad, getting my son on the weekend, and a lot of times more than that too, because we were really co-parenting. But it was really difficult when she was gone, and like I had to deal with like what I had to tell him and how he's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like that's what I started facing. Like, how the fuck am I gonna raise this kid with this emotional trauma that he got? And I'm not used to that shit. I'm reckless. I'm fucking, what I mean? That's going to be difficult for me to try to, put things into perspective for him in the way that I'm used to doing it. So that was an eye opener for me where I was like, damn, the benefits of having somebody and being a full-fledged family is super important. Because I didn't want to just be by myself. Because I don't know what fucking challenges I would have been facing if I didn't have, my fiance and everything like that. We have our family structured unit that helps with that, especially that troubling problem. So it's a lot of fucking variables, man. But like you said, you want your kids to be taken care of. I think that's the biggest thing, taken care of, whether in school, whether with you, whether with, the world. And you try your best to make that, for them. But shit interferes. And you're not always perfect. And that's just how shit is, man.
Well, I appreciate you guys so much. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in and being a part of my show and making it as controversial but fun as possible. Both of y'all were so great. Coffee, I told you I love you. You definitely keep the conversation going, but hella funny. Brian,
For sure.
to say I enjoyed having you as well. Two funny people work like a charm. Like I
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
yeah, that was good.
Absolutely.
So as always, I have to have the tea. I don't know if you guys heard um, in, everything that was going on with Pap and Remy Ma.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody probably heard about it. I saw the rap battle. That's all I'm gonna say because I think that's kind of gonna be what we're talking about later on today. So I just want to touch on it and say simply, if she did cheat, that's truly her loss. That's just how I feel, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But I did see the rap battle.
I didn't see the rap battle, so I'm probably I was gonna actually catch up and see some stuff, and see what else we're talking about with that tonight. But yeah, I mean it's interesting, man. We've been having a lot of shows talking about cheating recently. I mean it's a big thing, especially for celebrities. Celebrities' life is so much different than ours. They at least got the compensation to fucking live freely. But they got their own problems too. But they ain't struggling to buy bread and milk and shit like we fucking struggling over here. We really depressed. This motherfucker. They
Right.
struggling to buy planes and shit.
Oh my
Shit
God.
motherfuckers don't need. We
On the
struggling to
daily
buy
basis.
soda.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking shit is
Yeah.
crazy, yeah.
They would
But
never know
yeah,
the struggle of trying to scrimp up some change to try to make sure you have food on the table.
right,
Telling you.
And if they did, they don't remember it, or they do remember it, but they don't remember how it feels on the
I
right.
tell
daily
you, man.
basis, even as being an adult.
Yo, Coffee, I'll say right now, if you would like, man, if you ain't doing shit later, you more than welcome to join the crew and definitely bring you up on Live in the Line tonight, and you can come join us tonight, 9:00. And yeah, we have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk some shit tonight, yo, for real.
I think y'all on the same timeline too. Here, I'll probably be
East
8
Coast.
o'clock.
Okay,
East
cool. East Coast time.
What? It's 5 where you. I mean, it's 6 where you are, right?
Yeah, it's going on 7 now.
Yeah,
Coffee.
agreed. It's 6:56 over here.
Okay, so
Okay, yeah, we
y'all on
same
the same
time.
time then.
All right.
But I will definitely be there, Brian. My kids are gone, so I don't have shit to do. So I will definitely
Cool.
be there.
Saw some shit. Gonna eat
All
something
right.
and then fucking revamp.
Let's go.
Thank you again.
You gotta
And
send
y'all
me a
have a
link.
good night. Huh?
All right,
You gotta
y'all.
send me- I was just saying you gotta send me a link because I
Yeah.
don't know how to get in touch with you. I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I'll definitely send it in. Tina, I'll send it to you, and then you can send it to Coffee, and then you could just job in. And I also subscribe. I already subscribed to Tina, and yeah, I definitely subscribe to you too. Always pushing everybody, man. So that's the goal we doing over here.
Yep.
Exador, thank you for joining, for staying in the chat. I appreciate it. Latrita, if you're still in, thank you for your participation. Y'all have a good night. Coffee and Ryan, I will definitely see y'all later on, but I appreciate your presence. I appreciate it.
Peace, y'all.
Mhm.
All right.